Today we're going to be fabbing up a crossmember for the K5 Blazer. I already drew something up in CAD. We just got to cut it out. It consists of 1/4 inch plate, top and bottom, and then we're going to machine some standoffs for center supports. We'll probably machine some steps in them, 1 inch tube, quarter inch wall thick material, and then the perimeter we'll probably use some dimple dies and some 1/8 inch plate for the front and back. And this will tie both of the link bar, both of the 4-link center sections together. And then we can, once that's complete, we can do the skid plate. All right, so we're gonna I'm gonna start setting this up so we can start cutting it out. Okay, next we're going to, I keep saying we, I am going to cut the standoffs for the inner supports for the crossmember. Okay, these are our center supports or standoffs for the crossmember. I'm going to machine a step on both sides so it can engage both plates by 50%. So give it some pretty good rigidity. Gonna have to move my car out of the way. Let me know if I'm clear, Andrew. This is the finished product. It's about an inch, not about an inch tall, but it's an inch tall, and it should engage the top and bottom plates about 50% of the thickness of the plate. So we just need to make 4 more, and then we're done with this part. All right, now it's time to deburr the upper and lower plates and test fit the spacers. Cool. the first plate on today. Came out pretty good. I just need to do the back part, back side. Just finished up fabbing up the crossmember, the transmission crossmember for the K5. I used 1 1/4 inch strips and the 1/2 inch dimple die on both sides. We used the 1 inch spacers on the center with steps machined into them to locate the top and bottom plates. We used 1 inch spacers in the center to support the transmission. The pinch load from the transmission bolts. So those are 1/2 inch bolts that are gonna go through here. Surprisingly, it fits really well just off of the CAD, off of the plasma cutter. I might have to trim it just a little bit because of the strips. That's like a 1/16 inch longer. But to get it that close and to compensate for all the bends, the different angles, pretty good. So this is the front here. Okay. So I'm gonna dress this side, and then we're gonna mock it up in the car, in the truck. I guess it's a car. Is that a car or a truck? I guess it's a truck, right? Because that's truck.
It would have to be a truck.
So I keep going back and forth. It's a truck. So it's a car truck. So we'll mock this up in the car truck, and then you know what's the funny thing is because we always work on cars. We very rarely work on trucks. So my definitions are off a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna mock it up in the truck, and then we'll tack it out there, and then bring it in here and TIG weld it. We'll MIG weld it out there, just tack it. It's easier for us. And then we'll do we'll weld the flanges, and we'll put it in for good. And then we'll start building the skid plate, or maybe the trailing arms. We'll see. Okay. Transmission crossmember is complete. I just finished welding the flanges on both sides. Now we're going to install it. Not bad for an old guy, huh? All right, there we go. Not too bad. Now everything will be tied together. We'll do the finish welding last, because you never know, something might not fit or something is interfering. Yeah, exactly. I will say, when I designed this in CAD, I used a tape measure and a square, and it was ridiculously close. I barely had to maybe trim not a couple thousand, but maybe 20 thou at the ends, and it turned out pretty well. The reason why this is so strong, it seems like a little bit overkill. It's actually not, because this is going to be the main support that ties the two frame rails together. That's why I spent a lot of time and energy designing it to be strong enough to support the transmission and tie all the rear trailing arms together and the front link bars. So I think that's it for this week. Next week, trailing arms.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I have a design in my head. It's gonna be different than anything I've seen. So we'll have to stay tuned for the next iteration.